Well, welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today, I'm going to review a way that I've been using rope in a certain particular way over the years so it doesn't get in a pile of knots. Last fall, I was up deer hunting and we got well over a foot of snow. And of course, my truck is only two-wheel drive, so I got all the way to my hill. My hill's about a 40-degree angle, and I knew I never going to make it up. But I got about maybe halfway. And then I hooked my rope onto the back of my buddy's truck, hooked it onto the front of mine, pulled it up the hill. So what's so hard about that, right? Well, a lot of people, they have a rope and they put a big loop on the end of it with a knot, or, you know, there's all kinds of different ways of actually attaching from one end to the other. I don't care for chain because here I've got my rope here. It's 50 foot. It's a custom rope. And I'm going to show you some really unique features on how easy you can turn this rope into a rope you can use for almost anything without getting piled up in a bunch of knots. Because I've seen so many people attach a rope to a vehicle or whatever they want. They end up tying some kind of a, they think, slip knot. Well, you're never going to unslip it if you're pulling something really heavy. This particular way I'm going to show you is quite unique. It's my idea, and I've been using it for years, and this rope is a 50-footer. I believe it's 7/16, almost a half an inch. And guys, this will help you out immensely, and all you need is a little bit of chain. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. Okay, so we'll just pretend this is around whatever it is that you want to pull. You got your two pieces like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom you in, and I'm going to show you how easy with these two little pieces of chain you can actually make a real strong knot that comes undone so easily, doesn't wreck your rope, and you know what, you not end up afterwards getting a knife and having to cut it off because it's just too tight, it won't come undone. Let's take a look. Well, here we go. I got you pretty well zoomed in. I'm going to try and do this the best I can, and you can see I've just got like a good knot in there, and you know, and here's the two chain loops here. Guys, you'd be surprised how many times you're going to run into a situation where you have to actually shorten up your rope. In my particular situation last fall, I couldn't pull, you know, my truck up the hill with a 50-foot rope because I'd end up going too far, you know, with the 50-foot. And end up running right off the road with the pull truck. So I had to shorten it up, right? So you can shorten this as much as you like. And guys, you just make a loop like this, and you put it through, like the hair. Now this is the side that is not pulling. You can see this is the side that would be pulling. And all you do is you make another loop, as easy as this, just stick it in here, and you can see this is the side that's pulling here. Guys, it's as easy as that. That is just going to be on there and it's never going to move. And to undo it, you just pull the side that you started with and it all comes undone that easily. Now, of course, you wouldn't want to feed this through your suspension or something like that. It's a lot harder. So what most people would do is you would feed this end through somewhere where you don't want to have like a chain or something like that that's going to, you know, be damaging your suspension. A lot of vehicles, especially two-wheel drive, don't have a, you know, a tow hook on the front and that kind of stuff. So you end up with this like here. So all I do is, this is the other link that I have with the rope all the time. So you feed it through. And let's just say that you just wanted to do like what I did. I'll show you this one first. Is I went from one end of my truck to the other, 50-foot rope. This is the end here. So I end up with a 25-footer. Guys, it's as easy as this. The same as before. You just put it through like this. And then the piece that you have that's not being pulled again, you just put it through here. Tighten this on. Guys, that's it right there. You want to undo it, just pull it like this, and you're done. Okay, so let's get back to the one with the double link. So there's a lot of situations where you want to feed it through somewhere and then come out and loop it around whatever it was that you're working with, right? So you put it through like this. And now you're going to have a way of having this as your stop completely, right? So you could see how that would work like that. Now, so what you have to do, like before, so you've got this out of your vehicle, all you do is you make a loop like before. Now you're just using one of these links. So you're using one like this, and then again, it's pulling on here, and guys, that is going to stay in there. Now you could double that up if you want, if you thought it was going to go through the hole. And you could see that that's a 3/4 inch. So if your rope wasn't as strong, as thick, you could just double it up. And then of course, you just pull on it and it does easy. So what do I have this link here for? Okay, a lot of times, take for instance, you know, you do have, say, a winch cable. Like on my ATV, I can hook one end on here, you know, and then I can put my loop through here, like I've done many times. I'll just show you again, because, you know, it's not so easy sometimes. You know, a lot of times people are looking at making a loop. And here's the end that's not being pulled. You just feed it in there. And that's it, guys. That's it right there. I mean, that is a good solid, and that is just going to be terrific to pull with. Then of course you can just grab the end and it undoes without damaging anything. So I'm going to show you another idea that I use many times when I'm cutting a tree down, and I'll demonstrate that a little bit different. So I'll show you that next. Well, the fall time comes and it's time to make some firewood, right? So what do? You go out there and you're going to find lots of trees that are leaning the wrong way. You have to pull them back to the direction that you want them to fall. And of course you use a rope. And for me, guys, I tell you, try to fire a piece of rope up into a tree, you know, to pull it around so you can pull the tree the certain way that you want to go. This is an excellent way. This is quite a bit of weight, you know, and you can just wind this up and you could throw 20, 30 feet, no problem. The rope comes down, and when it gets down to the end here, guys, I'll show you. I mean, you just put it through like this, you know, and I showed you before, just put the knot in, tighten it up. And guys, this is around the tree, and like you say, at the other end, well, you're going to be left with this, right? And I've showed you how you can attach this to here, to your winch. And you know what the really benefit of this is guys, I can put this anywhere along this line, lengthen it out, shorten it up, and you've got yourself an anchor point at any point that you want. Now, how many of you have seen somebody go into the woods and they start doing this with a rope? You know, they put one of these on, and you're never going to get that knot apart. No way. You're going to get your knife out and you're going to have to cut that rope off. Guys, this rope is expensive. This is a rope that an arborist would use. This is a 5,000 pound pull rope. It's not a cheap rope. I believe this rope was about, if I'm not mistaken, about just years ago, about $1.50 a foot. So it's not cheap rope. It lasts you a long time. It doesn't rot. It's not like some of that yellow nylon stuff that you're going to have out there. But the nylon stuff will work with all this gear that I've showed you here today. And I hope this kind of, you know, prevents people from doing stuff, you know, like this. I've seen that so many times. And so maybe you guys pick something up for this. I'm not too sure. I've been doing this for years. The rope lasts you a long time. And you know what? All you need, a lot of you guys are farmers. A lot of you guys, you know, work with chain, and you know, it's so easy to find a couple of pieces of links like this and away you go. Not just that, but say you need a 100-footer. Guys, you can put 2 ropes together so easy just using one of these, and you've got another attachment point. And it works out fantastic when you're trying to use block and tackles. You could invent so many ideas with just a couple of pieces of chain, a half decent rope, and a little bit of ingenuity. So thanks for joining me here today. I hope you got something out of this video. I sure did. I have a lot of fun doing these, guys. If you haven't seen this channel before, come back again. You're welcome to subscribe, and let me know if any of you ever do this, or if you ever seen somebody do this, or whether you think it's an idea, that's worth exploring. These guys take care. Come back again now. Cheers.